and welcome to my King's 250 watt solar panel review. In this review I'm going to cover what I thought of it, how it performed, how fast it arrived. It arrived really fast, so there you go, there's one answer already. Use scenarios, like is this suitable for you, and a whole heap of other stuff. Now a little tip, there's a little button on the right hand side of the bottom that you can actually change the speed, and I do this all the time when I'm watching videos that I don't want to sit for 20 minutes and I can still get the same information. It'll just be a little bit faster. So yeah, just select what speed you want it to go at. Like 1 is the normal speed, but you can do 1.5 and a few other options, or you can make it go really slow. If you love watching videos, it'll take double the time to play for you, whatever you like. Or you can just watch it at normal speed. I don't care, but I wanted to give you a bit of a tip. Look, I paid $210 for these panels, including delivery, and I've just got the most amount of watts I've got in ever to my power station. Oh my goodness. Okay, see that? Look, 200 watts, amazing. That is the most amount of input I've got from a solar blanket since I purchased this 1300p from my Tech World. So I'm a little bit happy, a little bit excited. So I'm going to show you the panel that I bought and tell you a bit about it, as well as how I got it home. Now these arrived at the post office today, so while I'm talking, I'm going to chuck some images of where I walked to get them home. So I took a little trolley and I took them home. It usually takes about 10 minutes to walk from the post office to my house. Probably took 15 because I stopped to take photos to show you sort of where I had to go to get home. But yeah, like, as I'm talking, I'm going to show you those photos. I'll just keep coming up. So from what I read online, a lot of people would be like, Kings are so terrible, blah blah blah. But look, I thought I'll give it a go because I've been seeing so many videos on the internet of solar blankets that might cost like $700, $500, more than that, and they just don't bring in the right amount of watts, and it's frustrating. But yeah, I bought these Kings ones because I just got really nervous, really frustrated with blankets that were rated more than what they were bringing in. Sure, there's some influencer ones that pulled them out for 10 minutes to go to the beach and they might come up at a good rating, but I just read too much. I thought, let's just see what this Kings one does. So I thought, look, it's 250 watts, it's rated. It's going to cost me $210 to get it delivered. Let's just say it delivers half of what its purported output is, which is 250 watts. Divided by 2 is 125. And as you saw, it was 201, and it's a pretty dodgy sort of a day today. Like the sun is shining on them at this moment, but to say I am thrilled is an understatement. So I've got my kick-ass leads that's going inside to my 1300p, the thing that I showed you right at the beginning. Fifi's here, hello. Chief Solar Controller, hello. You're a good girl. And it comes ready to go. There's an Anderson plug and you just connect it. There's no sort of controller or anything attached to this one, but I don't need it because it's all inside my power station. Okay, so it's the day after yesterday and the time is 8:29 in the morning. And look at that, already getting 129 watts coming in. Absolutely amazing. And this is the new baby. And the sun coming up over there somewhere. Midday is generally when it gets the best amount of watts in. I'm talking these. So yeah, let's see what happens, whether we can get even higher than the 201 we got yesterday in overcast conditions. Today is allegedly going to be a somewhat sunny day and is looking quite positive. So yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, that being said, I might have charged up to 100 before midday. But maybe I'll do some cooking or something and deplete this. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm keen to let you know how it goes. Okay, so 9:05, 146, which is awesome. So I reckon it's definitely going to get up to that 200 we saw yesterday, if not more, as the day progresses. Awesome. Okay, 12:17 p.m. Currently bringing in 184, but the most I've seen today is 208. And here's Fifi. Hello. So 184, which is really good because there's cloud and stuff outside. I've already charged it fully up to 100 today from about 80 something. Used the microwave and that depleted it down to like 80 something again. But as you can see, 94%. So after getting dribs and drabs of power coming in from those 100 watt blankets that weren't bringing in anywhere near 100 watts, this is absolutely fantastic. 181 right at the moment, but yeah, up to 208 today. Okay, and going outside. That's Fifi that's tearing out after me. Look at her. She's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Do some gardening. Let's see. I tucked it over there. Now this is the sky. Okay, Saturday the 8th of July, 11 o'clock. 165. So it's been sitting on about 160-ish this morning thus far. So I'm going to show you outside. There's Fifi. Hello, how are you? You're a good girl. Are you still a good girl? I hope you're a good girl. Okay, let's have a look outside. Oh my gosh, I did some washing. Woohoo! Yep. Alright, there she goes. So we did have a bit of a fall. I think it was yesterday or the day before. It wasn't because the legs are crap. It was because it was so windy. So I kind of put a milk crate underneath it for the rest of the day and it didn't fall again. But yeah, look, it's nice and sunny. There's a few clouds in the sky. So that's what it looks like. Sun is up there somewhere. Yeah, so no visible damage. And again, it could just be the positioning, and I do think the other ones were filmed, I think, after about midday. So I'll do another one today and see what it looks like. 142, getting in 162. Maximum I've seen is just under 180. There has been some cloud floating about, so I'm hoping it's just that's caused it to be less than that initial 208 that I saw. Well, 201 to 208 is sort of the highest range that I've seen it. But regardless, thrilled because I've got 99%. It's almost gonna turn off in a second anyway because it's going to be 100. Okay, and just one final look at the sky. I'm shutting my eyes. I don't want to look at the sun. I'm just trying to. So sorry if this is a bit dodgy, but yeah, see, like all clear blue, but kind of in this direction where the sun is, which of course I'm just shutting my eyes. I don't want to look at it. I try not to look at the sun because it's a really bad idea. But yeah, that's where they're facing, and that's it. I've tried a couple of different sort of angles and stuff, but like I don't really care as long as I get my thing 100% charged up. I don't really care. I'm happy. About to hit 100%. Oh, look at that smile! Look at that smile! Look at that tail! Yeah, look at that smile. She's happy. I'm happy. This week I've been able to cook multiple times during the day. Have had hardly any takeaway, which is expensive. Cooked some lovely ribs last night. Well, actually during the day. Because again, usually during the day I'm just grabbing as much solar as I can. But now I got so much, it doesn't matter because it's getting replenished so quickly. Sunday the 16th of July, 11:37. 176 is coming in. Now I'm down to 7% because I was going to try and drain it completely. But I got impatient, so I thought I'd plug it in and see what it says. So 177 at the moment. And just so you know, the sky, not going to look at the sun, but there it is. There's my girl. That's it. Put those underneath it just in case it falls over again, because it was 208 that was the maximum that I saw before it fell over, and then it came down to 176, and then I was going, well, is it because it's almost at 100% all the time, or what's the go? Because I've been told that, oh, it depends on how much juice is in your battery, how much will come in from solar, and it depends on the weather and 30-degree summer days and blah, 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 blah. Not regarding these panels, regarding my other panels and others I was looking at purchasing. So yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful day. But look, 178 is awesome. And as I said at the start of the video, 125 would have been like, yeah, okay, got it. Certainly not the 208 that I saw when I first plugged it in, but you know, there's differences in the weather, differences in all sorts of stuff. And honestly, even if it was 140, I'd be fine. But like, as you can see, look, it's sitting pretty much on that 179.80 at the moment, and I will update you once it gets just past midday. If you're interested, what happens when you lay it straight, flat, pointing up to the sun, it drops dramatically. So it's dropped from about that 170, 180 down to this. I'll show you outside just so you know that nothing kind of adversely weather related has happened. I'll just show you now. Okay. Did some washing this morning, so woohoo, it's good. The washing was also done using the iTech World 1300p. So yeah, that's it, laying flat. So you don't want to lay it flat because it's no good. Okay, stood them up again. So just going to come back inside just to see. And surprise, it's back to 176-ish, so look at that. Don't lie your panels flat. Okay, last time check. Sunday the 30th of July. Yes, this has taken me a while to get this video together. And look, it's already bringing in 30 and the sun isn't even properly sort of up in the sky. So you've got to be happy with that. So the sun is just in the process of rising at the moment in Norseman. So I just thought I would show you the bag that it came with. Now it's a great bag. I just personally don't pack it up every day once I bring them inside. They just sit inside as they are. So it's basically just a huge bag that's the same size as the panels, folded up, and it folds in two. And it has a zipper all the way across. Don't know how tough it is, but look, as I said, I don't use it. I've got to find another use for it, so not quite sure what to do with it. Hey Fifi, any ideas? It's got a bit of a pouch at the front. Now that has your instructions in it. So that is just here. So there's stuff in this that is not relevant to me because I have a sort of power station that is, you buy it and it's plug and play. It's basically everything's built in, the controller, inverter, all the stuff. But if you've got a car or van or something and you want to connect, make sure that you have what it says that you should have. So that is on page 2, if I can open it. Let's see. As you know, not very coordinated. But yeah, it mentions controllers and take care of looking after it, all of that. Buy one and read the instructions. Might even have them online actually. Troubleshooting if it's not working, but I have not had any trouble at all with my solar. It's worked without a problem, and that's a 12-month limited warranty. So that is the bag. So I'm just ready to put it out for the day, but I wanted to show you what it looked like folded up and just a couple of other little observations. Now they clip closed with these two little latches here. Now if you have trouble closing it for some reason, it's because the latches or the handle is caught inside. It's not hard, just fix it and it'll close, no dramas at all. Now I've just opened it upside down, but that's good because there's something that I can show you. The only thing that is mildly annoying is that it gets dirt inside here, and no matter how hard I try, I can't actually get rid of it. I can get rid of a little bit of it, but just because of the way it's built, it just stays in there, which is mildly concerning considering that there are components here that you wouldn't want to get dirt into. But honestly, it just goes inside, comes outside. I don't think it'll cause any great problems. It's just a very, very, very minor kind of thing that I wanted to mention. I mean, if there was a hole drilled in the corner or something, maybe that would be great because that dirt would go away, but don't care. Okay, so we're going to see whether we can open it. Okay. These all come with this. You don't need to do anything other than if you need a regulator or some sort of thing for your situation. You don't need to do anything. You just take it out of the box and plug it in. Real simple. Okay, Fifi's having a bit of a hello. Wants some attention. Here you go. And if you want to see a better video of someone doing this, just look on their ad on their website and it shows you someone doing it. It's not hard. So they're all set up, waiting for the sun, which is there. And the sky outside, Sunday, that's the sky. That's a little bit interesting, but it's so early in the morning. Now, if you want me to sort of say, oh, don't get this sort of panel or don't get that sort of panel, can't help you because I haven't tested them. If I could test them in my situation, not factory settings, not any sort of control setting, if I could test them in my situation, I'd be able to tell you what certain blankets we're bringing in. But I simply don't have the finances or the requirements at the moment to get any extra blankets to test. It's good being broke. The other thing that I will mention, there is a whole bunch of people online who think they know what they're talking about, and some do, but there's also a whole bunch of people who have got no idea. So just keep that in mind, grain of salt, if you see anything online, including this. But just remember, without solar, without being able to recharge the power that I have in my house, because I'm entirely off-grid, if I don't have the right amount of solar, I can't do anything. So this is from me, who has had 7 months or 8 months, 7 months, 7 months of solar experience. The other thing people might mention, you'll lose some watts coming in due to the extension cord, which is also a thing on the internet, and I'm sure it's true. However, I don't wish to put my power station outside in the elements. I want it in my room where I can see it. And if you look here, I've got these massive trees, massive amount of shade, And anything that I do lose from having these extension cords, I gain because I've got nothing at all that is shading these panels except for maybe what's in the sky. So it's pretty amazing. Other thing I'll mention, saw someone online go, oh, I picked up a set of these from Kings. It was the same ones as these. Oh, but they got marks all over them. All you do, might have marks on them too, you just give them a bit of a wipe. You don't need any cleaning product, just give a bit of a wipe and it'll disappear. And if these are too big for you, it doesn't matter. Get some blankets, get some folding solar blankets if you don't feel that you could carry something like this in a vehicle or something. Just get the blankets, just check out a heap of videos online and see what you think. But I mean, those blankets, they still weigh about 6 or 7 kilos, some of them. So just keep that in mind. This is 13.3. The size when they're folded down, obviously it's just they fold in half, so they're still a pretty big size, maybe 3 times the size of a blanket, even though they too vary in size. But yeah, consider the fabric ones if this is not your thing. But just be aware of what you might get. Might get a really good result, or you might get a result that you're a little bit disappointed with. Yep. And who would I recommend a panel like this to? Now, as I said, it's 13.3 kilos. If you've got a little van or if you've got a motorhome or something, you might not want to carry this. Or if you've got a vehicle, you might have solar on your roof. Who knows? But this has made a massive difference to me. As I said, I can charge to 100% almost every day. I don't have to worry about inclement weather, because when I only had those other ones, I was bringing in so little, and I didn't have enough to charge my items which I bought, which I knew when I bought them. I just didn't have the money to buy anything else at the time, and I was still at that time thinking, oh, I've got to spend $500, $600, $800 on a blanket, which you may wish to do, but I've chosen this one. Might be too big for a van or a car, like I said, but look, if you can find the space and that extra few kilos, you might find that this is worth it. Also, if you're doing like a test in your house with solar, just make sure if you've got a power station that it's not too many volts for it. Kings or the company that you bought the power station from will be able to tell you, because that's important too. See this, I can't charge it with my smaller i300s. I couldn't plug my i300s into this, for example. So yes, highly recommended if your situation actually allows for it. And look, if I had a van, knowing what I knew, I'd try and find space for this because it is a life changer. It is amazing, great price, super, super happy. Like the stress I was under to try and find a panel that was suitable, looking at all the bad stuff on the internet, what people were saying about various companies' different folding panels, like the fabric folding panels. And there wasn't a lot of sort of reviews on hard panels such as this. So I was sort of going in blind purchasing this. So yeah, the fabric blankets, just be aware what you're getting. If it says it's going to give you 200 watts, you might get 120. You might get more than that, of course, but I don't want to risk it. I don't have the money to risk sort of getting a blanket and going, this isn't right, taking it back, waiting till it comes back, because it all has to be posted. I just don't have the money or the time or the patience to sort of send back something that's $600 or whatever that isn't working, and then maybe be told, oh no, it's fine, it's supposed to be put out in a 30-degree summer day or whatever. I use these every day. I've used solar every day for the last 7 months, so I think I know what affects it working. And I've been told so many things. Some of it's true, some of it's a little far-fetched. But the true stuff is, yep, the weather, the clouds, what's happening in the sky absolutely affects it. Apparently the temperature affects it. But look, if this is pointed at the sun, it works. I would also hazard a guess that these are more hardy because they're solid. I could be wrong, but because they're a solid panel, unless you break them and drop them or treat them without love and respect, I reckon you'll be fine. So it's 18 minutes past 8. I know I said that was the last time check, but we've got one more thing to say. Now, you all know about power going up. People are like, should we get solar and sell it back on the grid and spend $15,000, $20,000, whatever. A lot of people don't even get how simple it is to function with, oh look at that, 108, 109. It's not even 8:15 yet. Isn't that incredible? So, what I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself is that if you've got a nice house that you're living in, or if you're renting and you want to save some money on your electrical bills, get one of these from My Tech World, or get a PS2000 from My Tech World. That's my one of choice that I can't afford yet. But get one of those solar panels, and watch a few of my videos and see how little money I've used to get appropriate appliances to run, and you're going to save some money on your electricity bill. Haven't quite mastered heating and cooling yet, and I possibly never will, but certainly for your cooking and for your charging of your appliances, this will make a difference if you pair it with the very, very low cost appliances that I've showed you in my other videos, and there's still more to come. So consider one of these, and you might go, oh, it costs so much money. Well, electricity costs a lot of money. You go, I want to sell back on the grid. Well, cool, do that, but you're also paying off thousands of dollars worth of solar and whatever, and do you need it all? Well, possibly, if you've got a big family or like to use electricity and have the heater and the cooler on and all of that sort of stuff. But if you want to be a bit simple like me, and you don't have the money to do anything, or you're renting, or you just want to see how solar works, like to understand how solar works, because I look at all these efficient house Facebook groups and they're like, I've got a red house and it's 3 bedrooms. How much solar do I need on my roof? It's what you do in there. Same as a caravan, same as a vehicle that you're living in, travelling. It's what you're doing. Not sort of the size of the place. So just keep that in mind. Hope this helps.